I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. I am exhausted. I don't know what's in the air right now. I don't know if it's Mercury retrograding, but these past few weeks have been heavy in a way that I have just not been prepared for. So if your body feels like it's dragging your soul right now, I see you, okay? As a person who's been feeling like a hollow floating body bag that's been hanging on by a thread and a prayer, yeah, I understand. So instead of being depressing, if you're exhausted too, today I'm going to share some tips and ways that I'm working to combat seasonal depression and try to get ahead of it as we try to make it through and navigate this winter. If you're new here, my name is B.Chenelle, and I'm just that raw, quirky human being / friend of yours that's here to encourage you and walk alongside you on your healing journey and to becoming your best possible self. So, let's get into those tips, shall we? And yes, I wrote them down in my iPad to make sure that I didn't forget. Tip number 1 that we're going to be discussing today is you gotta lower the bar that you have for yourself each day. As a perfectionist myself, I am guilty of having a laundry list of to-dos that's never ending. And of course, on the days where you have energy, you should do more. But on the days where you don't have energy, you just have to be honest with yourself and only do one thing. Just work on doing one thing, and that one thing could be as simple as like brushing your teeth or showering. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a couple weeks ago, I was in the trenches, okay? I did not eat for 2 days. I was crying every 5 minutes, and I was asking God why he thought I was one of his strongest soldiers, because I'm not. God, if you're listening, I'm not one of your strongest soldiers, so please leave me out of it. Moving on. Okay, so my second tip is that you need to move your body. I'm not talking about running a 5K or going and signing up with your closest gym. I'm just talking about subtle movements, whether that's some stretches in your bed, whether that's going to the gym for some people, or just taking a little walk around the block, down your street and back up, your driveway and back up. We need oxygen, we need circulation, we need fresh air. And to be honest, as somebody who used to work from home, like fully remotely, there would be like 5 to 7 day stretches where I would not leave my house. And that's just not healthy for us. We do need to breathe fresh air, to get out. And even when you don't feel like it, just taking a small walk can make a load of difference to your mood. So the best you can, whether it's a walk, whether it's a couple stretches in your chair, some neck rolls, whatever you feel like you need to do for yourself, you need to get in some sort of movement in your body every day. Tip number 3, you need an outlet. So whether that outlet be a human being or a person that you feel is a safe space, or whether that outlet be a hobby, you need something. I know that hobbies are somewhat of a privilege because hobbies are expensive, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But whether you can find some hobbies that are free, like for me, I like to watch anime as a way to decompress sometimes. I like to write, or I play my guitar, and those are all things that are free that I can do at home. So having a hobby is great. And I think this particular tip is fruitful, but it's also somewhat a double-edged sword, especially if you are going to be using a person or people that you feel are a safe space as an outlet. I say this because one of the humans that I found to be a safe space and someone that I started to somewhat depend on emotionally to process things is currently not in my life anymore. And I don't know if he will be in my life again in the near future or not. So if you're going to use a human being as an outlet, my suggestion is going to be use somebody like a really close friend that's been around forever, that you likely feel like will be around forever, or use a therapist, or both. And then my last tip, which is the bonus tip, is especially for the melanated folks out there, please, please, please get your vitamin D tested. If you are not able to get your vitamin D tested because of cost or anything like that, then just make sure you are taking vitamin D during the winter time. I'm right now in Atlanta, and we had sun and clear skies today, but I live in England. I live in London, and we do not get sun in the winter. If we do, it's maybe for a couple of minutes, and you're probably going to be at work when the sun comes. So I take a vitamin D supplement daily. So I would suggest to either take them daily, get with your doctor to see what is the best option for you. Like I said, the best way to know is to get your levels tested. And I say this because low vitamin D can present like depression. I have had issues in the past where my vitamin D was tragically low. I'm talking like it was a 4 and a 9. To the point where my doctor messaged me on a Sunday and said, you need to go to the pharmacy today and go pick up this prescription of vitamin D pills. So sometimes when we're feeling depressed or we're feeling like it might be seasonal depression, it could be because our vitamin D levels are dangerously low. So either eat it in your food. I'm lactose intolerant, and a lot of foods that have vitamin D are dairy, or you need to be supplementing with some sort of supplement. So I'm curious to know, for the rest of you, is there any other things that you feel like you've been successful at doing to help combat this time of year, seasonal depression? If you do, please leave a comment below and share with others. It might be fruitful for somebody else to try some other options as we struggle together to make it through this difficult time of winter. If you found this video helpful, please do share it, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.